Hello and welcome. In this video series, I would like to tackle the question, what is the SDK for InsightCM? I would also like to explore the types of applications and the types of systems that we can create with the SDK while still leveraging the most useful parts of InsightCM. Now in this first video, I'm going to begin our conversation by making this, going over this distinction between InsightCM, the product, versus the platform. And I want to introduce and give a brief overview of the major subsystems within InsightCM. So again, I'd like to start by making this comment that InsightCM kind of has these two sides to it. There's InsightCM, the product, and there's InsightCM, the platform. Now, InsightCM, the product, is something we sell here at National Instruments. In fact, it is a turnkey application tailored to the monitoring of large numbers of rotating machinery. Now, what the SDK does is it takes InsightCM, the product, and gives us InsightCM, the platform. And I do want to spend a moment talking about where that platform adds the most value. When should it be considered for the application? And really, InsightCM's platform should be most strongly considered whenever we're trying to deploy and manage large numbers of data acquisition nodes. So when you are trying to deploy 10, 20, maybe 100 or even hundreds of nodes, you start running into these problems where how am I going to configure and manage the configuration for all of these nodes? How am I going to manage the images that are on all of these nodes? How am I going to aggregate and collect all of this data that's being generated by all of these data acquisition nodes? And how am I going to visualize all of this data? Really, this is the problem that InsightCM was designed to tackle. And you can see that this problem isn't specific to rotating machinery applications. You could have this in many different application areas. And so this is again, any time where we're trying to manage, deploy, and maintain large numbers of data acquisition nodes, that's when InsightCM offers the most value. And so what the SDK is going to allow us to do is to plug in custom devices or make adjustments to configurations or allow us to insert custom analysis into the system. The concept of the SDK is a very large conversation, and it will take us many videos to start to unpack all of these major use cases. But I do want to start with that general classification of application, large numbers of data acquisition nodes that we need to manage. So I want to continue here by going over the major subsystems that are within the umbrella of InsightCM. Whenever we say InsightCM, we're talking about a collection of many different subsystems. One of them being the device. InsightCM deployments, both standard deployments and also SDK customized deployments, have this concept of a device, some sort of monitoring data acquisition application. Certainly the SDK, our product has serios, but the SDK allows us to use standalone CDAC, PXI, it could be another Windows machine. Really anything that runs LabVIEW and can make a TCP connection to the server can become an InsightCM device. So this is one subsystem within InsightCM, is the concept of the device itself. Then we have the idea of a server, an InsightCM server. The server has many responsibilities, but the main thing that it does is it pushes configuration out to all of the data acquisition nodes. It aggregates all of the data from the nodes, and it offers the data up to visualizers and into historians and external applications. We have the systems manager. This is a web page and it also has many responsibilities. One of them is to give a dashboard executive level view of the deployment. How many devices are in an active alarm state? How many of them are offline? This gives you kind of a summary view of the entire fleet of deployed nodes. It also allows you to dig down and individually configure each of the data acquisition nodes all the way down to channel properties. So we have the device, we have the server, we have the systems manager, which is your dashboard and configuration portal, and then we also have a data explorer. Now for an InsightCM, the product, this is a diadem with a skin on it that allows us to trend data coming from our data acquisition devices to view the waveforms and FFTs. We have Bodie plots and waterfalls. We have lots of things in there. SDK users, we find that some SDK users find a lot of value in this data explorer and want to leverage it, and certainly that is possible. But some SDK users would prefer to use their own visualizer, or maybe have their own visualizer that they would like to add to Insight, and that is certainly possible with the SDK as well. So, but these are the major subsystems within Insight. We have the device, we have the server, we have the systems manager, which is our configuration GUI, and we have the data explorer, which is visualization.